In today's episode, I speak about a big topic for entrepreneurs, which is calling in more money and having more money. Hello and welcome to the Successful, Sensitive and Intuitive Entrepreneur podcast. My name is Lydia Sophia Wilmsen and I am an intuitive success mentor for sensitive entrepreneurs. In this podcast, I speak about the challenges sensitive and intuitive entrepreneurs face. I offer you new perspectives and solutions, as well as experiences of other entrepreneurs. Plus, I speak about my personal experience of being a highly sensitive person who has successfully built and scaled 2 businesses. All of that with the goal to make you and your business even more successful in your very unique and authentic way. Have fun and enjoy. I'm actually traveling again, as I usually do. And right now I'm recording this podcast episode for you from my old hometown, where I used to live almost 20 years. I'm in Münster in Germany and visiting some friends and family, and it's super nice. And somehow I came up with this topic because my big entrepreneurial journey started here in Münster, and I remember the times when there was no money. I remember the times when I also managed to create a lot of money. So I thought it would be time for that topic today. And yeah, I have done quite some polls over the time, and I asked my audience what they wanted. And always, like really always, money came up. Money and more clients, aka more revenue, because it's not per se that you want more clients, but more clients bring you more money. So for entrepreneurs, more time, more ease, and like specifically more money is always a topic. Because of course, like you don't work and just get your paycheck every month. You have to bring in the money. And it's a big topic. Therefore, I want to do a quick and dirty episode about this topic today, how to call in more money than ever before. And I will obviously go more into detail over the time here in the podcast, as this is really such an extensive topic. However, today I want to give you 9 tips to make it happen quickly. There is no specific order to them. Every point is equally important, and you pick whatever and start with that. Obviously, everything is important. However, before you don't do anything, do at least one. Plus, they all come from my own experience and my experience with my clients. So if you have something to add, you can always let me know. And obviously, put in your own knowledge and your own ideas. The first one I have written down, or the first one I want to bring up, is to think big. Because if you think small, you will create small results. You always, you always create that what you're aiming for. And usually people who have like big goals, they not always reach those goals, but it's not that they surpass them. Very often they stay a little bit behind this goal. That means if you have bigger goals, you will still surpass what you thought was possible. But if you take a really small goal from the beginning on, you will keep yourself small. And if you want to call in more money than ever before, you have to think outside the box. You have to think bigger than before. Because why should you create something in your comfort? Like you will keep creating that what is in your comfort zone, your current money threshold, so to say. Think outside the box also when it comes to money, also when it comes to numbers. Think bigger than before. The second point is to know what you want. Be specific in numbers and feelings. If you just say, I want more, that is totally random. How should the big you, God, your higher self, you yourself deliver that to you if you can't give specifics? Know what you want and ask for it. It's a big part of the process. Back to the first one, if you can't think big, nor have any clue what you actually want, you won't create it. If you say, I want more, no. You need to know what this is, what this more consists of. And if it's not money, if it's a better relationship with your partner, more ease in your family, it can still be specific. More ease in your family could be, I don't want those fights anymore with my mother-in-law. What do I want instead? I want a really fulfilling connection to my parents-in-law. That is more specific than I just want to feel better. And the same with money. I want more money. What does that mean? And I remember when I started with money, like I read my first money book somewhere when I was in university. And there was a time when I thought like, okay, let's try this. You know, they told me, or in the book they said like, just what is the number you want to generate? What is the money you want to make? And I came up with 5,000 euros. I took something totally crazy. No, not totally crazy, but really out of the amount of money I usually made and still somehow imaginable. And guess what I made in the coming 3 months? Exactly 5,000 euros. Putting a number down makes you commit. It's not so much about the number, it makes you commit and you're not wishy-washy anymore. And with that, I want to come to the third point, which is to own it. Give yourself permission to have it. And this is why so many people can't be specific, because they actually don't give themselves permission to think so big. They even have this feeling, oh, it would be amazing to have 100,000 in my bank account or make 10,000 euros this month. But they don't dare to think so big because they think it's not okay. It's kind of like, it's a bad thing to want so much money. You have to own what you want. And with putting down a number, it is less about making exactly that amount, even though it can happen, as I just shared my own student example. It means to commit and to own it first and then commit to it. This is why it's so important to know what you want, to think big, and then to give yourself permission. And this is why many people don't do it, because they actually have so much crap in their minds that they think they are not allowed to do that. All the limiting thoughts will creep up. Am I delusional? Am I a horrible person? Money is evil. All that stuff. You have to actually own the number you are aiming for, the lifestyle you are aiming for, the desires and the dreams you are aiming for, and you have to give yourself permission to have that. And you can't wait for others to give it to you. You can't wait for the permission of others. Create the space internally and then externally. This giving yourself permission opens you up for actually having it. And there is no other way. Yes, you would be able to make more money, but you would lose it again. You know, all those lottery winners out there who lose the money again in a year, they are not calibrated to those numbers. And part of the calibration process is giving yourself permission to have that. And it's a longer process. I won't go into the depth of this here right now. The next point is stop the self-doubt. Stop doubting that this is meant for you. Stop doubting that you can actually create it. This is a big one. Those thoughts of, I'm not enough, I'm not worthy, I can't have that, I'm not good enough, who am I wanting to be a millionaire, why me, others are better, my work is not good enough. All those beliefs. Doubt is a 100% trust in a belief you don't prefer. That's a quote from Bashar. Doubt is a 100% trust in a belief you don't prefer. Doubt creates as well, yeah. And it creates that what you don't want. Belief is what will make it into what will create it in your physical reality. So if you believe in you not being worthy of that, yeah, of course, you will create more scenarios where you're not worthy of having that money. So stopping the self-doubt is key. This is one of the biggest parts of the whole thing. If you don't feel worthy to have that, you will never have that, or you will have it and lose it again in an instant. Next point is act from that level of having generated it already. And this is not as if behavior. Many people say like act as if. I am not saying that. I'm not telling you to act as if, because that would be cheating, yeah. As if means you don't believe it. You pretend. And deep inside, you know that's not the case. Deep inside, you know, I don't make money. Deep inside, you are not the money you want to make. Deep inside, you know, this is not for me. And it is not my physical reality right now. Or I'm not in the relationship I want to be in. I don't have the friends I want to have. I don't travel how often I would like. So acting as if is pretending. And you are coming from lack. You're not having it and you're thinking, oh, I just pretend, I just act as if. And what I say is to act from, not act as if, but act from. And that means you come from the energy of abundance and achievement, the opposite energy. And it might sound like a very small difference to you. And it's not small. It's the biggest difference ever. Because the first one, as if, comes from lack and disbelief, and acting from comes from the energy of abundance and achievement. You really become the person who has achieved that. And from that level, you will make different choices. And this is key. And another part of that is like acting from that level, becoming that person who has it already. From that place, you actually don't need it anymore because you already feel like it. And this is how you make it happen so much faster. There is no neediness anymore attached. There is no disbelief anymore attached because you feel like that person already. Not as if, no pretending, but actually feeling that. And you can do that because your circumstances, it's like some people love being in a forest and other people hate it. But this feeling is generated inside of you because if it was actually the forest, everyone had to feel the same. The same with money. You can feel like a millionaire whether you are a millionaire or not. It is not connected to having those millions in the bank account. You can have millions in the bank account and feel like the biggest crap and not even feeling like a millionaire. Therefore, act from that level of having generated it already and feeling that, whether you have it in your circumstances in your life or not. Number 6 is to release timing and contraction around time. Big one. Many of my clients, myself included for a long time, want it now. Not tomorrow, not in 10 days. We want it now. We want to make that money now. We want a coach to help us to do that now. Like in the next 2 months or in the next 2 weeks. If I don't make the money, like, wow, what the fuck? And they question why it is not there yet. They question what, like, I'm doing all the work. I'm putting out all the content. I'm making all those sales calls. I have all those amazing new offers. Why is it not there yet? And this means this question alone shows you that you are in doubt. You are not in positive expectation. Focus on timing means that you still not fully believe. You still need physical evidence. And this needs to go because this is the energy again of doubting that it will work for you. You needing the physical evidence means you are not in that feeling of knowingness. You don't fully believe that, or you don't fully believe it, and therefore you can't create it in that speed you want to. You have to be so in that kind of knowingness that it is yours already, that reality and dream become blurred. And then timing is not important anymore. And with that, you speed up the process. With you letting go of this, like, let's check again. Has someone reached out to me? Again and again. You need the physical evidence. And with that, you prolong the process because you are not in the energy of having it already. You are not in that expectation energy. For example, a client told me when she checked if the money was in, like she was expecting money, she checked every day, no money came in. And then she just focused on different things, on feeling good and having a great day. And just like 3 days later, she just randomly checked it because of and the money was there. So when she gave up this connection and this forcing around timing, it showed up. And this happens like very often. That was just a tiny example. Once you have almost forgotten about it, it comes in because you give up resistance and you give up that doubt that it is like working. Because if you know the money is coming, you don't even have to check if it's in there because you know it's coming. It's a different energy. And once you know that it is coming, once you are in this knowingness, you don't put pressure on timing anymore. With that, once you do that, you collapse timelines. And then it can happen in an instant. Point number 7 is to become super clear on what that energetically means, what kind of person that means, and you create from that place. Like total clarity around the energy of your financial goal. So what is the energy behind this money goal? What is the feeling you desire? You need to become super clear on that and then choose this energy in every area of your life as often as possible. You have to walk, talk, breathe, feel this energy. Stop thinking about what is right now in your life and feel into your future. Feel into that goal. Your present comes from your past. What you have right now is what you have been thinking, being, doing, feeling in your past. So your present comes from your past, so to say. And if you want to create a new future, you have to stop reliving the past And that means to do things differently now. And yes, I know it's paradoxical. You have to live your daily life and act according to your obligations of today. So you have to pay the bills, and there is perhaps like less money than you wished for, or there are circumstances in your family, in your relationship with your kids that are not as you desire them already. So you have to act accordingly. And at the same time, energetically, you have to live in a different scenario. And this is the mind-boggling thing at the beginning. For me now, this is daily reality. So I had some issues with a very famous, actually almost notorious Finanzamt, financial agency in Germany. So they blocked my account, not due to my own issue, like they made some mistakes. So for three weeks, I couldn't access my business account. And I had some issues with them like years ago. And I had a kind of hate relationship with them. And I remember freaking out the last time that happens. And now actually it's more detrimental to my business now than then, because I have to pay higher bills from that account and I just couldn't access that. And still, I had to deal with that for 3 weeks. I had to call them every day. I had to call the bank, and whatever you have to do, I had to stay calm and, be okay, and being okay with what is and still doing the work, what needed to be done, what needed to be taken care of. And at the same time, I was always every day reaching out or feeling into the scenario as the one I wished for. It really has become my daily life of seeing what is, having undesired things happen in my life. Of course, that is normal. And at the same time, energetically live in a different space. And this is what speeds up the process. And this is the bridging you have to do. And this is what fucks the people up, because this is the most difficult. But the more you practice that, the easier it gets. And also, the more at ease you can stay with whatever happens in your life, especially now in those difficult times. The more you can stay at ease, the more it will show up in your life. And the quicker it show up in your life, because you are a match for different things then. And sometimes, especially in that bridging period, things happen you don't expect and you don't desire. And you being in a different internal vibration actually is the first sign that you have changed. Not the physical change, not the physical manifestation. The first change for you to see that things are working out the way you want is that stuff is happening in your physical reality that you don't like, and you stay calm. You stay in a different vibration. That is the only sign you will ever need. Then you know things are working out for you. And I know, in the beginning, this is hard to understand and this is hard to live by. However, the more you practice that, the easier it becomes. Point number 8 is expect it to happen. Expect the results and know that it is yours. This positive expectation I was speaking about. Celebrate as if there was no tomorrow. Like, celebrate your life right now and expect it getting like that. It becomes amazing that all those things that you are desiring are on the way to you. With every fiber of your being, know that this is happening for you. And then it will happen because you're an energetic match for that and nothing else. And this is not only for money, it's for health, partnership, money, every area of your life. This is how it works. Don't hope for it. Know it with every fiber of your being that this is yours. And with that, you speed up the process because you just know that this is happening. Like Christmas, like little kids on Christmas, they know it is happening. You know that this is happening. The money goal and specifically the energy attached to it. How do you feel when you make this money? More ease, more freedom. And you being in that energy and knowing that this is happening, this is how you're creating your reality. It's crazy, I know. And this is how it works every time, again and again. And point number 9 is do more of what you love and follow your intuition. You don't have to hustle in business. You don't have to do things you don't like. Do what you love. Like, really, what is it that you love? And if it is sleeping the whole day, then what the fuck? Do that. Sleep the whole day, and people will start reaching out to you. There is a woman, a money coach I follow, and she says that. Sometimes she wants to watch Netflix the whole day, and she does that. She gives herself permission to do that. And guess what? A new one-to-one client shows up and says like, hey, can I work with you? What do I have to do? Okay, another 30K in the bank account. Like, yeah. And of course, this happens once you have reached that vibrational level. If you're lying in bed and doubting yourself and thinking, this will never work for me, and watching Netflix, no, that's not the way. It comes with all the points I mentioned before. Then do what you love. If that is traveling, if that is gardening, if that is working out, if that is whatever. Do what you love and follow your intuitive glimpses, those tiny moments of like, I want to do that now. Or this feels good. I want to reach out to that person. I just want to relax. I want to book a wellness massage. Follow those intuitive hints. Okay, my lovely ones, let me quickly summarize the 9 points. The first one was think big. The second one was know what you want, be specific. The third one was own it. Give yourself permission to freaking have it. Number 4 was stop the self-doubt. Just stop it, please. Number 5 was act from that level of having generated it already, like having it already. Not as if, no cheating, no pretending, but acting from that place of having it. Number 6, release timing and the contraction around time. Release timing because you know it's coming. Who cares when? Release timing, and with that, you collapse timelines. Number 7, become super duper clear on what that energetically means, what the energetic frequency is, what the feeling behind is, what the energy and feeling behind your money goal is. And invite that in every area, not only business, in every area of your life. If it is freedom, are you living freedom in your daily life, in your partnership, in your friendships, in your activities? If it is ease, are you living that everywhere? Yeah, then you know you have work to do. Number 8 is expect it to happen. Expect those results. This is the opposite of self-doubt. This is the knowingness that this is yours. And with this confidence, you start showing up in your life. And with this confidence, you call in whatever you want, because confidence is highly attractive. And then last but absolutely not least is do what you love and follow your intuition. Follow those intuitive glimpses. Follow them. Trust yourself. Yeah, those were my 9 points on how to call in more money than ever before. They do work. You just have to do them. And if you want some more support with that, or not actually support, I have a free guided meditation and activation of your future self. So to feel more into that person, to get more intuitive glimpses around that person, just go into the show notes, look for the link there, and then sign up for this free guided meditation. It's also with binaural beats, so it actually activates you even more. Okay, have a beautiful day and speak to you soon.